a thing or two about Hex, just a little.
Oh, he's got the tattoo. I love the tattoo. It's so bright too. It's so just nice. It's
it came out good.
Nice. I mean, it's just nice when I see it. It's so good color. Very good. Whoever your artist was, they did an excellent job too.
Mm-hmm.
Will PX dump so hard that it'll be like getting in Hex in day one or week one, whatever.
No.
No,
no way.
Why? Because there's a lot of people. I've said before too. I think on the pre-bridge too, the ratios are going to be irrational. A very nice way of saying it.
Yes,
I think it's going to be crazy. I mean, literally, like when I was talking to Wells the other day, and I was like, 7-1 PLS to BHEX for like 10 minutes. Just like crazy stuff. Whoa. 2-1, 3-1, and he had interesting responses to it too. So I'm not saying that crazy, but at the same time, I'm just like, PX, everyone dumps the free coins, right? How hard will it dump? And will there be that opportunity to be like, you know what, I'm gonna get in, Hex after big payday type prices, but you don't think it'll go that far? What do you think?
Oh, on PHEX, man, I really don't expect it to dump too much. I think there's going to be too much buy pressure because we've all been jonesing for it for so long. And I think there's going to be a lot of people that are selling their Ethereum Hex for PHEX. So if anything, EHEX is going to dump and PHEX is going to pump. And this is speculation, but
I don't know which one's more scary.
Because what do you want in the end? Do you want to, now that PulseChain's out?
Yeah.
Like, do you want Ethereum Hex or do you want PulseChain Hex? And then you can just use it on PulseChain. I don't know. And then there's going to, their prices also, though, if enough liquidity enters, and here's speculation, if the origin address brings over Ethereum Hex coins and then takes PHEX and EHEX and puts them into PulseX as liquidity, it'll kind of bond their prices together and make their prices go toward the same. So in the end, like 2 years from now, Ethereum Hex at $1, PHEX at $1, easy.
Yeah, so that's something, that I've heard talked about a lot. Why wouldn't people providing liquidity, bonding these pairings, why wouldn't they want both to be worth the same parity a lot, not worthless, not dump so hard? It'd be their best interest if they have a lot of it.
Right. Right. Yeah. And for somebody, who's got both, but you want to keep it liquid. You don't want a stake. Maybe it's your 10% of your bag, but it's just EHEX and it's just PHEX. Well, I love them both equally, so I'll put them in liquidity. I don't care if I end up with a little more of one or the other in the end because I love them both. So I expect a lot of people to shove in liquidity, and the more they do, the more that price should be the same. It should be dollar for dollar. Yeah. So it should happen, right?
I think there's definitely a case for it, but I think every time we think about these scenarios, there's so many different, you're trying to, as Richard says too, it's hard to predict what people are going to do. We know they're going to FOMO, but which way? And not just what kind of decisions will they? So if you assume most people will make bad decisions because they're not professional traders, for example, what does that do? If we assume everyone makes the wrong decision, how does that explode, prices on either side?
That's a good question. And there are some nefarious whales in the ecosystem too, who, have been dumping in bottoms and
PulseX sack phase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Those exact guys who pulled that stuff off, what are they going to do? Shenanigans, they're going to be dumping coins and pumping coins, and they're going to dump their pulse and cry about it. And, it's going to be wild. So, it's very hard to predict what they're going to do.
I throw no shade at Wells, but I did not expect that to happen. That was crazy. That was crazy. I give respect to all Wells, regardless of what they do with their coins, but damn, that PulseX sack phase was rough for Hex. Did not turn out the way most people thought it was going to turn out.
Yep.